Hello, everyone, and welcome to Limitless Gaming Esports coverage of Limitless Formula Racing, the Tuesday Limitless 2 edition. I am Kem, and I am glad that you can join us for this broadcast for this race that will be taking place around Mexico. Today will be the sprint qualifying format, so it's short quali, then the 5-lap sprint, and then the 50% race. Thank you for joining this broadcast. If you did not, as I get the settings ready, if you did not tune into the race that took place yesterday for Monday Limitless 1 around Abu Dhabi, make sure you go and check that video out and like it as well. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that as well, as it will help us out quite a bit. And at this time, I would like to introduce the co-commentator, the usual co-commentator for Tuesdays. And I just want to preface this introduction because last week, Big Weir, as I introduce you, last week at the end of the Tuesday Limitless 2 race, so let's just put it into baseball terms. You were in the dugout, you had the bat in your hand, and you pointed to the sky about at a trajectory that would be about, let's say, 450 feet away, saying that you would be finishing first in the Thursday Formula 4 race that would be happening 2 days later. And lo and behold, you finished first. What do you have to say for yourself?
I paid a crazy woman with a crystal ball of fiver, and she told me I was going to win. It would appear she was correct. Yes. I had a little chuckle to myself as I crossed the line on Thursday. I went, the best part about this is that I look like a psychic, or this race is somewhat fixed. is what I did. But yeah, it was, like I said at the end of the stream, it was all about strategy, and luckily I got the strategy right. So yeah, so I'm not going to say it again this week, because I'm going to keep it forever. And I'm a psychic and leave people wondering, shall I say. That's the way to put it. But how are you, Cam? How are we doing?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm pretty good. Yeah, you pointed the bat to the sky and you were like, it's going out of the park on Thursday, and that's exactly what you did, man.
Yeah, no, I like that analogy. I'll give me a little chuckle while I was sitting there. Definitely. But yeah, so we raced yesterday too, as you were talking about. Anyone who hasn't gone back and checked that out, please go and have a little nosy at the stream. I don't know about you, Cam, because I watched the stream back after the race, and I was like, it felt like a really boring race for me and you, because we basically held hands for 20 laps and did nothing. But I watched the stream back, and there was so much action going on elsewhere, and we were just sitting here chilling.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought I was like, this was a bit of a boring race, and everyone else was having the time of their lives. But yeah, if anyone wants to go back and check that out, please do. And give the guys a little bit of support. We really appreciate it. But we're here again. We're back on Tuesday. We always look forward to Tuesdays. Me and Cam have established that there's something about Tuesdays that's just amazing. Bit of news today, though. So anyone who's got a bit of a keen eye, BKS has not been able to turn up today, and that means we have crowned ourselves the Drivers' Champion. Dark Stomper has done it. He's now the double LFR champion. BKS cannot catch him with the way things are, and I think we've got DNF already, Cam, by the looks of it, unless that's a pit lane retirement I've missed.
Nope, Zayak has crashed out.
He's a nightmare in Sector 2. I was just about to get onto that, actually. But I'll continue my rant about Dark Stomper. He's been absolutely dominant all season. He built himself a comfy lead very, very early, and he just maintained the gap the whole time. So congrats to him and credit to him, because he's really, really performed well this season. I think from talking to him, he's looking to have a crack at Monday next season to see what he can do there, if he can keep the performances up as well as he did here. But congrats to him. Regards to today's race, though, Constructors' Championship still very, very much alive. Dark Stomper and the Alpines leading that also, but he very much can be caught. Am I looking at some carnage in Sector 2, or what's going on there?
Yeah, there is a car that is stopped. Might just be letting some cars through, I believe.
Possibly. I thought there was a bit of a madness. I was staring at it on the map when I was looking at it, and it just something didn't sit right with me. But yeah, so we're, like I was saying over the Constructors' Championship, very, very much live. We've got a couple of reserves in today, a couple of new faces. If you look down the left-hand side of the screen, filling in. So Electric MV, he's returned for that full-time seat in the Ferrari, but he has also got a reserve of Zayek in the Ferrari as well, who's retired there in Sector 2. BGR Kid Smoke, who had an amazing race last week, just got unlucky there in the last lap. Has returned for the Haas seat. Pistol Racing filling in for Lewis today in the McLaren. Shugsley, I'm trying to think who he's filling in for. I can't remember who the other Haas. Addix. So Shugsley's filling in for Addix there in the Haas seat. Have I missed anyone? I don't think so.
Pistol. You said Pistol Racing, right?
He's in for Lewis today in the McLaren. I think Lyra Patch is reserving as well. I can't tell what car he's in though because he's retired. I want to say it's either Williams or Williams or Alpine.
It's Alpine.
That's what bugs me about this year's cars, man. They're all the colours. There's so many blues. Yeah. It freaks me out a little bit.
Yep. So as it stands right now, it is Kingsholm who is at the top of the qualifying charts with a 1:15.562 that he has set. Behind him is King Benny of the Mercedes team, as my phone is ringing in my house. So King Benny is in second, who has set a 1:15.831, and then CDMJW just went across the line and set a 1:15.968 to put himself in third place.
Tell you one thing, I haven't actually done that many races around here. We're racing here on Monday next week?
2 races.
2 races? Oh yeah, it's USA first. So I don't actually know much about this track. I know Sector 2 is a nightmare. It's already caught Zayek out. If you clutch any of the curves wrong, you're in big trouble. But if you can hook that sector up just right, there's a lot of time to be gained there. Well, put it this way, I'm expecting a lot of penalties this race there because track limits are not too kind in that sector.
So riding on board with Prior Fib, he comes to the line, sets a 1:16.264 to move himself into 5th place, and then that was his teammate Pistol Racing who set a 1:17.337 to go into 12th. I believe there's a Red Bull. Yep, that was Flea, who is just starting a hot lap. We have 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in this qualifying session.
So there's one thing we haven't said yet too. It's sprint week, Cam. We got a sprint. We get double the action. We love it. So obviously, like I say, Zayek's had a retirement there. He's got a chance to make up some of those positions in the main race. Everyone's likely to be pumping laps in and here in the soft tyres. Very, very surprised if we see any mediums. We've got a 5-lap sprint. The softs are more than capable of making that to the end. I was talking to Dark Stomper as well before the race. There's potential here for what I call a sweaty meme race here from Dark Stomper. He's won the championship and he's decided he wants to try and challenge himself. I don't know if he's going to set a lap time in. He might change his mind, we'll see. But he says he wants to try and start from the back and do what Lewis Hamilton did in Brazil last year and see how he goes. Really starting out, I think that's going to get on the nerves of the other drivers if he mugs them off like that. But he doesn't care. He's a double champ. The double champ does what he wants. It's fine.
Yep. So I'm riding on board with Flea, went 0.8 quicker to go up into 6th with a 1:16.458. That is a pretty good lap by the Red Bull driver of Flea. So we have King Benny who's on an King Benny outlap, Gennady outlap, H. Bosworth outlap, and Electric Envy is currently on a lap, so he will be the next to cross the line to set a time as long as he does not invalidate. So we'll see what the Ferrari driver can do.
Coming in that stadium section, it looks like he's hit the apexes just nicely, trying to give himself as much space as possible. Phoenix has been caught out, it looks like. Yep. Electric Envy's coming up the line now.
Ooh, this is fast. goes to 5th with a 1:16.082.
These are some tight times. Look at the gap between H. Bosworth in front. It's absolutely ridiculous. Kingsholm really has stretched his legs a little bit. He's the one he's currently to beat with just a little bit of the session left. I can't see because we've got yellow flags, of course, but Kingsholm on his outlap at the minute 2 thinks he can go faster than what he's put in already.
So let us see, we have, I believe it says 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in this qualifying session. Oh boy, King Benny has set a purple sector 2, and he's already second on the timing chart, so this looks like the man. I will stop speaking until he goes through his final turns.
No, that...
Oh boy!
I've seen the back end go out there. Do you know the words that were coming out of my mouth, Ken? Don't worry me, I'm the one that jinxes people. As the back...
Oh man. Oh, luckily I stopped
What a
speaking.
lap.
Yep, that was quite good by King Benny on 1:15.214 to go into provisional pole position.
It's definitely a time to beat. I think he's 5/10 up at the end of Sector 2. Kingsholm's on a lap at the minute. He's just come out of Sector 1, so we'll see if he can improve on his own lap time. He's got a little bit of time to gain. He's 1/10 down at the end of Sector 1, so he's going to have to make it up a little bit later in the lap.
Shug's life is actually just coming up to the final turns. He set a purple sector 2. I will stop speaking again. Alright, well done by Shug's life. So let's see what he could do to 3rd with a 1:15.820.
These lap times are very, very tight. Just look at the top 10. There's nothing between each of them. It's the same every week with Tuesdays. It just seems that a marginal error can be so costly around here. I've seen Iggy Combo was on quite the lap as well, and I just seen he spun at the end of Sector 1. So that, I think he's maybe got a little bit more in the tank as well. But look at the times, look at the split, it's crazy.
Yep. So I was just on board with Janati. He improved to go to 9th with a 1:16.458. We have 5 minutes and 53 seconds left in this qualifying session. Boosted is going to be the next to the line, and this should be an improvement. Yep, jumps to 13th with a 1:17.019. So let us see. Shug's life is going slow. Is that Flea? King's Home may be going fast on another run on the same set of tires, but he has invalidated, so that run will be over.
I think he's maybe trying to get back to the pits. He's running out of time a little bit here. There's this car skidding all over the track there for me. I don't know if you were still on board with him, but that looked a bit mental. It was more like a drift car than a Formula 1 car. But yeah, I think, like I say, I'm expecting a lot of end laps to be going on now, as people try and time it perfectly for the track evolution to really kick into those final runs. To like BGR Kid Smoke, Dark Stomper still not to go on the track. I'd just be curious to see if that meme race actually comes to light. But at the minute, it's really looking like it.
So I'm running on board with prior Thib. Let us see what his and he invalidates. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I think he was. I think he was on the flying lap, but he has invalidated.
We're still going to start cursing people again, aren't we? The track's very, very quiet at the moment. I don't think anyone's really on a proper lap. The Enchanted, maybe? No, he's an in-lap. There's another Ferrari out there too. Electric Envy.
Yeah, I believe Electric Envy is on a lap as we have So Hyped, who is joining the session to fill out the 20 drivers for this grid, so he should be putting on a setup and then retiring as Electric Envy is
around. Great spot there. He's not in a great spot there.
Yeah, and it's so dangerous. Yeah, and it's so dangerous because if you drive backwards and then you get disqualified, like your time gets nullified and they just throw you to the back of the grid.
Nah, mate. Sorry. See you later. It's just all for just trying to avoid an incident.
Yeah.
So I just jumped in the Aston Martin there, so it should be him. It's set up on and retire, I'm assuming. See, we're smart people here. We've worked out how to negate the glitches. So screw you, EA. we know you've got a broken game, but we fixed it ourselves. So that's why So Hyped is going to have have a retirement here when he gets his setup and all sorted. Shug's Life's retired. I think it's in the pit lane now. He's happy where he is. Very good lap from Shug's Life, I will say. Like, he's one of those drivers I've just been watching. He has been improving. Like, I'm going back to race 1. Of Thursdays last season. He was in pot 4. He ended up in pot 1, I believe. Like, and here he is reserving on Tuesday, and he's currently sitting in the top 3. He's really improved over the last couple of months. Definitely putting in the practice, and credit to him as well.
So I'm currently on board with. Oh, and the Unsainted has unfortunately invalidated. It'll be interesting. Yeah, he's gonna have to go for one more lap on those same tires. Currently on board with Electric MV, going 1/10 slower than his fastest time. We'll see if he's able to make up any time going through this final sector.
Very, very clean. He's diving into the pit lane though.
Yeah. And he will not have any more time. I don't believe he's going to have enough time to go for another run.
I'll be very surprised. No, he hasn't got a chance there. They're going to have to do a rapid pit stop there for Ferrari, or that'll be the end of his qualifying. Sitting in P6 at the minute though, it's not bad. You can be happy with that. But like I said, Track Evolution's going to start kicking in here. I'm expecting these times to jump about quite drastically.
So currently on board with Flea coming to the line. This should be a slight improvement. Yep, jumps 1 place from 10th to 9th with a 1:16.387. Next across the line, Kid Smoke is on mediums, which is interesting as it is a sprint. So Pistol Racing is going. It said that he was going faster, but then it showed that he was 2 seconds slower. So maybe that was an out lap. Should be on the lap now. Let's see.
Oh, but look at his battery. He's absolutely drained it. He's not going to have a lot of pace here in this one. He might try and see if he can beat his time anyway. It's worth a go. Even if he gets 1 or 2 positions, that's still something. But he's got to find 3/10 to try and beat Phoenix.
So I was on board with Boosted, went 2/10 faster. However, he did not improve positions. We have 20 seconds left in this qualifying session. Will that Red Bull, who is going through Sector 3, will he, and that would be King's Home, is he going to get to the line in time? Yes, he will. The Red Bull behind him, his teammate, though, will not. So, yep, King's Home will be the final one across the line. Kadoy coming into the pits now. Kid Smoke invalidated, so he will be starting at the back as well. Pistol Racing, it says that he's going faster again this time, so let us see what, and it shows again that, no, he jumped to 11th with a 1:16.478. The timing is doing something slightly weird.
It's freaking out a little bit, but let's hope it doesn't cause any issues. He combo crosses the line, but it's an invalidation. Boost has come to the line. He's marginally up on his time, but
yep, King Benny.
King Benny, sweaty boy, sweaty boy. Boy, that's mad. That's Brandon level times that. Right at the front, like I say. Oh,
H. Bosworth jumps to second with a 1:15.541. Who is next? Prior Fib jumps. Does he jump? To fourth with a 1:15.574. Yeah, there's a delay between when they cross the finish line and when it's showing on the time charts for myself, so it's a little bit weird. King's Home will be next. Did he improve? No. So this will be the starting grid for our 5-lap sprint. It is King Benny at the top of the timing charts with a 1:15.066. Will be starting in first. H. Bosworth will be starting in second, and King's Home of the Red Bull team will be starting in third.
Yeah, King Benny definitely showing that he has a lot of pace in the tank on this track. Definitely one of the favourites here to win. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. H. Bosworth's put an absolute flying lap in there. He'd be very happy with starting P2 for the sprint. King's Home, Perfib, Shug's Life. Also very respectable times, but look how close the split is. It's like I keep saying it with Tuesdays. Such a marginal improvement could jump you 3-4 places easily. Like I say, so I think we're in for a tight race here at from what I've seen. Of course, we've got Brandon and BGR Kid Smoke well out of position. It'll be interesting to see where they finish, starting from the back of the grid.
Yep, as well as So Hyped as well. He was quite quick in the qualifying session when he reserved yesterday at Abu Dhabi. So it'll be interesting to see. There are some individuals or racers who are able to put up fast times of these Tuesday drivers. So as we wait, and there is no formation lap to inform the viewers as well as any of the racers who may be listening to the stream, so be prepared for the 5 red lights as soon as the cars go onto the grid. I'm just looking at the YouTube comments. We have Zayak who says, "I hate my life." I mean, you'll bounce back. You'll bounce back. So 5 red lights. And we are away for this 5-lap sprint. I have to get these settings going. BGR Kid Smoke. Collision with the Unsainted, 2-second penalty. King's Home has made up. Moved. Sorry?
Unsainted is still on the grid. I think he was AFK. I'm not sure. He's still on the grid at the moment. So I think Kid Smoke's driven the and Electric Envy's out. We've got Carnage. Disqualified, parked in a dangerous. Okay, that's never mind. That's him on the start finish. Yeah. I was like, whoa, how does that even happen?
Yep. So King's Home has gone up 2 positions to go up into first. King Benny and H. Bosworth have dropped as CDMJW is around, and there is carnage. I believe Phoenix. Did Phoenix suffer? No, it's CDMJW up behind him without a front wing. Prior Thib is missing a left end plate as well. Janati is out.
Absolute carnage so far in the sprint. Dark Stomper's up to 13th. I'm trying to beat your Kid Smoke after that collision at the start. He has no front wing by the looks either, so his comeback drive is going to have to happen in the race.
So Heights is out.
It's lap 1, boys. Relax yourself. This is absolute madness. The positions gained and lost here are crazy. Dark Stomper up 8 positions. Zayag up 8 positions. A lot of people in the pit lane. Boosted's in the pit. Shug's Life's in the pit. This is madness.
Yes, it is. So yep, Zayak doing a good job, making up 11 places from the start of this race. Now on board with King Benny, will not be able to catch King's Home, but Phoenix trying to make his way past Zayak, and with that slipstream behind the Ferrari driver, not using any of the battery though. So, with a beautiful switchback, but no, Zayak keeps it in there with the inside line, keeps that 9th place position. That was some creative driving by the Aston Martin driver, but Zayak did a good job defending that position.
Do you know what, that was some absolutely phenomenal driving from both of them. Phoenix sent it up the inside and managed to stop it right in the apex. Looks like Zayak's maybe got some damage, though he's going very slow through sector 2. Phoenix is slipping up the outside of him and he's got the position.
Yep. So we are on lap 3. King Benny has, now it's Kadoy who has set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:17.828. There is no DRS as yet, but King Benny is making his way up beside King's Home. And we will see, as King Benny goes over the curb, but looks for the switchback! What a move by King Benny! But King's Home does have a little bit more pace down that straight and is able to keep that first place position.
H. Bosworth just waiting in the wings there, hoping there's some sort of a collision in front. Kingston getting a little bit squirmy in the exit. Oh, invites King Benny up the inside. And side by side. Oh, this is not a good place to be overtaken. Oh, that was some hard but fair racing through there. Credit to both of them. A little bit of contact, I think, just on the exit there. No DRS yet, though, to help King Benny on the inside. H. Bosworth now looking around the outside as well.
I think Kingsholm, he's having connection issues because he is ghosting on my screen.
I think I did see a little bit of jittering going on there. Fleas now in the back. Looks to have settled a bit again. From what I can tell, but I think I did see a little bit of jittering going on there. Hopefully that settles.
Yep, so I'm riding on board. Actually, I'll go to Dark Stomper. Coming up to the back of Boosted. Boosted's battery has already been depleted, and Dark Stomper up the inside, up into 12th place. Well done by the Alpine driver of Dark Stomper. So now I'm on board with BGR Kid Smoke. And it will be, as he does get the fastest lap, and then behind him, Prior Thib takes the fastest lap. But it is DRS for BGR Kid Smoke. CDMJW is low on the battery, and that is 14th position as Kid Smoke passes CDMJW. And CDMJW also gets a 2-second time penalty as, ooh, I'm on board with Pistol Racing. Lyra Patch going through a bunch of the signs through Sector 2, not having a good time.
He wasn't able to manage, he wasn't able to keep it on the track there. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, we're coming on to the last lap here now. I'm going to use the word flabbergasted because I've never said it before, but these position changes are crazy. Kodoy has managed to get position on Flea with DRS. I don't think Flea's going to take that line down too well. But Kodoy will have DRS down the second straight, I believe, just for that overtake happen.
And Iggy Combo has made his way past Pistol Racing to go up into 7th place. Well done by the Alfa Romeo driver. As looks like Kid Smoke is actually out of the session. So it's currently in AI. CDMJW is now with DRS assistance, is side by side with Kid Smoke, but up to H. Bosworth is looking to make a run on Kingsholm, going wide off the track. It will be DRS for H. Bosworth and Kingsholm as well, as yeah, I do believe Kingsholm is having connection issues. Ooh, H. Bosworth up the inside of Kingsholm, and Kodoy also looking to go up the inside of Kingsholm, but no contact made. Kingsholm is able to stay in third and finish in third. Kodoy finishes in fourth. It is King Benny who takes first. H. Bosworth in second. Kingsholm third. Fourth is Kodoy. Flea in fifth. Lyra Patch in sixth. Iggy Combo in seventh. Pistol Racing finishes eighth. I will actually go to the back of the grid because there are still battles that are going on. Prior Thib and Boosted. Boosted is still low on that battery, and Prior Thib is able to make his way up and pass Boosted to go up into 15th. Will he be able to get Kid Smoke? No, he will not. So that will be 15th for Prior Thib. And Boosted finishes in 16th, but it is King Benny starting in first and finishing in first place. Well done by him.
Yeah, definitely want some more of this. This was some absolute carnage. Great racing, great battles for just 5 laps. That's all it was, 5 laps, and it felt so much longer. There's so much happening in that sprint. I really want to see some more of that in the race. A couple of big gainers there, a couple of big losers there as well. I suppose one thing to consider, Dark Stomper, I think he's sitting around P13, did I see there? Even with a pit stop, P12 with a pit stop. That's how much carnage there was in that 5-lap race.
He pitted?
Yep, he did some wing damage and still managed to come out there in P12.
Wow. That's impressive. That is quite impressive. So I'll go through. This will be the starting order for the 50% race. It is King Benny in first, H. Bosworth in second, Kingsholm in third, Cadoy in fourth, Flea in fifth, Lyra Patch in sixth, Iggy Cumbo in seventh, Pistol Racing in eighth, Phoenix in ninth, Zayak in 10th, Shug's Life in 11th, Dark Stomper in 12th, CDMJW in 13th, Prior Thib in 14th, BGR Kid Smoke 15th, Boosted 16th, So Hyped 17th, Janati 18th, Electric Envy 19th, and the Unsainted will be starting at the back in 20th. And I did
just
see.
having a read here myself, actually. Just having a read at the Discord to see. Looks like there's some squeezing went on at turn 1 and 2, and that's how Electric Envy ended up out of the race. Just a couple of incidents. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy going on from what I'm reading here, but definitely going to be, like I said, Sector 1's quite tight, quite narrow. It can be very, very difficult to work your way through that section. So we've got, just looking at YouTube comments as well, we've got Jack Mayers. Jack Mayers is back again to support Brandon in his endeavours to the meme race. Jack, you don't need to support him in the championship anymore because he's already won it. He won it quite comfortably, should I say, with BKS not turning up this week. It's secured Brandon the championship. It was looking likely he was going to win it anyway. He had 8 points to get this week. If he gained how many positions, 7 or 8 in the sprint, I'm pretty sure he was looking good for sure to secure those 8 points in the sprint race already. So, yeah, I just really want some more of this absolute carnage. To be honest, that was really entertaining.
So as it is right now, there's only 14 drivers that are in the session, which is a bit odd. I see that Flea has taken over as the head of the... Okay, so you know what we may have to do? We're going to have to pause the stream for a second as we're going to have to figure out what's going on with the lobby, and then we will be back to continue this coverage and for the 50% race around Mexico. So we will be back in just a moment's time.